Hey, it's Rick. It is Thursday, December 22nd, 11:02 p.m. at night. I'm getting ready to do my workout because I usually work out at night. And so before I do my workout, I remembered that I had to shoot my little 100-day challenge video number 3. This is day 3. Um, Originally, I was supposed to meet with a friend today and edit some video with him. And I was going to ask him to be in the video and impart some words of wisdom for you guys because he's a really smart guy, very cool guy, very positive, outgoing, and so I thought that would be a cool video to have, but we didn't end up meeting today, and hopefully I'll be able to invite him to this little challenge video thing or have him be a part of it. So instead of spoiling the fun and telling you who that was, I'm just going to wait and see if I can get him on video for you. Um, so that left me thinking all day what I was going to talk about for today's video. And one of the things, this is a challenge in focusing on um, transformation and what we want to accomplish in life, or what I want to accomplish in life, or at least in these next 100 days to get the ball rolling. And one of the things that popped into my head was a couple of months back, I got a message on Facebook from a former wrestler that I used to coach. I used to coach high school wrestling. And this guy sent me a message. Read it for you real quick. He said, "Hey coach, I've been doing the best to enact the 4 agreements as well as the work ethic you taught here at DePaul." He's attending DePaul University. Smart kid. Thanks again for making a positive impact on my life. And when I read that, it meant a lot. It was a surprise because I'm not used to seeing, oh, I get that every once in a while from people who are appreciative, but it really meant something because I coached him for 1 year. He was a sophomore wrestler, and um, he decided that his studies were way more important, and obviously it worked out because uh, he ended up going to DePaul. But I did coach him for 1 year. Unfortunately, we didn't have him as a wrestler as his junior and senior years, I believe, which was a shame because he was a good wrestler. But it meant a lot, and it reminded me of the things that I used to impart on my wrestlers, the guys that I was coaching, and girls. I coached a couple of girls. Um, and one of them is this book called The 4 Agreements. And I looked for my book back in my little library up there. I couldn't find it. So I had to cheat and go online and find it on Amazon here. The 4 Agreements, just to give you a quick little recap, I guess, or a quick little synopsis of what it is. It's a book. It's a very short book too, by Miguel Ruiz, and it was borrowed to me by a friend a while back, and I went through it in about an hour or two. I mean, it was a really, really fast read, but it was one of those books that imparted a lot of wisdom in like that much paper. And the 4 agreements in a nutshell, I mean, I'm not spoiling anything by telling you this. You guys can Google this and find out what the 4 agreements are. But I think they're, at least when I read in the book, it was something that was eye-opening for me. And it's something that I wanted to teach to my wrestlers when I was coaching. I think it's a book that should be required in school versus some of the other crap that they have kids read these days. And so the four agreements are this. The first agreement is be impeccable with your words, and I try really, really hard to be that when I'm speaking to other people, but I know that it's something that I'm not doing with myself. When I'm saying things to myself internally, I beat myself up, and I know a lot of people are like that. We have a tendency to be our own worst enemy versus how we are with other people, And one of the challenges for me in these next 100 days is to be more impeccable with my words to myself, and accept all the good qualities of who I am, versus reminding me of all the mistakes and the failures that I've made in the past and putting those in front of me. So that's the first agreement. The second agreement is don't take anything personally. And this is a little hard sometimes, especially with people that I'm close to. Other people in my life, I don't really take anything too personally. Stuff at work, things like that, I would normally not bring that kind of stuff home. But it's usually with the people that I'm close to that that stuff kind of hits home a little harder and attaches itself to me. So uh, I'm going to do my best to let go of that and not take things personally. The third agreement is don't make assumptions. And I actually started working on that a little bit last week, and it's kind of a thing to get out of, um, a way for me to get out of my comfort zone, to ask people to clarify themselves on things that they say, or things that are I'm thinking about in regard to a relationship that I have with somebody. So if it's a friend that I'm speaking to, and um, we're having some miscommunication, it's real easy to make assumptions. And my way of going about it usually is to stay quiet and let it pass, or hope that it passes and not get into drama with people. Um, but sometimes those assumptions, if you leave them out there, can cause more drama. And so my challenge, one of the challenges, is to get past that in the sense of uh, being upfront with people and asking them to clarify themselves, and not allow the assumptions or the miscommunication to hang in the air for too long. So that's number three. And the fourth agreement is to always do your best. Um, One of the things that he writes in the book, or at least the person who reviewed the book here laid it out, wrote, always do your best. Your best is going to change from moment to moment. It will be different when you are healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstance, simply do your best, and you will avoid self judgment, self abuse, and regret. And that is awesome. It's so easy to try to please other people, try to please the people that are in your immediate circle. And I believe when you do that, or when I do that, uh, it leaves for a lot of unhappiness with me. So the number one thing I can do for myself is to do my best according to who I am as a person and the things that I believe in, and not try to please everybody all around me. It's one of the things that I've tried to impart into my challenge group that I'm doing with I'm running a little challenge group for the holidays, workout group, and we're working on off of a workout program that is 6 days on, 1 day off, 6 days of working out, 1 day of rest. And I've been telling everybody in my group, I have 11 people in my group, that if you miss a workout, don't beat yourself up over it. Just get back on and start where you left off. And that's part of doing your best. I mean, things come up in life, and some outside things, especially like right now with the holidays. Sometimes your body doesn't cooperate, and you pull a little muscle here and there, and maybe you can't work out the next day. And so I tell everybody in my group just to be lenient with yourselves and allow yourselves to get your workouts in. But if you miss a day or two, that's okay. No, don't beat yourself up. Just keep, start again where you left off. And I think that has a lot to do with that last agreement, which is always do your best. If you know that you're doing your best, then what more can you do except maybe push a little bit more maybe the next day. I don't know. So for me, that's when I, like I said, when I read the book, I was just like, that is so awesome. If everybody had that last agreement as their number one philosophy, I think this world would be a better place. But it's not. So hopefully this video helps getting that message out. So yeah, that's the challenge video for today. I know it was longer, but I think it helps because there's some very, very, very smart and eye-opening wisdom in that book that I wanted to share. And so hopefully whoever watches this video will go check out that book. Again, it's The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, and I think you guys should check it out. It's a good book. It's very short, very, very short read. All right, time to get my workout in. See ya. Until tomorrow.